Hayden Panettiere. So today I thought it'd be nice to kind of take a bit of a break from like the intense topic, and do a throwback Thursday, man. Throwback Thursday straight to Friends. I was obsessed with this show growing up, and I think it's one of the very few shows I've ever watched every single episode as it aired. And I'm telling you, I restarted it now. It is such a time warp. Oh my god, you guys, I miss this show so much. I forgot how nostalgic it was going to make me feel. I have probably rewatched this show through its entirety 100 times. Like, I don't get sick of it. It's insane. The jokes, even when they're tired, they're so fun. Like, these six were casted so right. And it's just fun going through the episodes. I don't know if you grew up watching Friends or if you've just watched it through reruns. I know they air it on TV all the time. But now with Netflix, I know Netflix just picked it up, and that's kind of what piqued my interest about watching it this year. But I was thinking about it, and it would be so fun to write a series like Friends. I mean, that would be my dream job, to write a show and take these six characters and completely have free range with where they go. I think they're like, I always appreciated Friends for staying light humored and stuff, especially being on air through 9/11 and stuff, like being a New York show. That and Sex in the City. There's a couple shows where it's like you were waiting to see what they were going to do after something like that. I appreciate Friends for always keeping it light, not really ever taking on reality. It's really interesting because I think about it, and Friends is so unrealistic. I mean, even growing up as a kid, I knew no way you could ever afford that apartment. That was $1 million loft in Manhattan. I mean, rent controlled my ass, and they never say what the rent is, but Monica had to live there alone. And like, I don't get that whole part in season one when Phoebe moved out but didn't tell Monica. Was she still paying rent? Because there's no way Monica could afford that place, and that's throughout the time when she's going through restaurant jobs. So look at me invested like it's real life. Sick. But I love rewatching this show, and every time I watch it, I see myself as a different character. So like, growing up, I always thought of myself as the Chandler, or heard I was the Chandler. And then when I kind of got older, I'd say like college, I'd rewatch them and I'd be like, holy shit, I'm Monica for real. Like, super OCD type A personality, strict, need to be in control, like crazy. And then I think as of lately, I feel more Phoebe, because just the weird hippie chakra, weed smoking, like she's just kind of the eccentric one. But then always throughout a little dust of Rachel, because Rachel's the shopaholic and the narcissist and the selfish one. Like, this show was so well written. It really made everyone feel like a part of the cast. Like, these could be your friends. These were people you would hang out with. And I mean, I'd say I really, really love the show up through like season 8. I think up through season 8 it was still good, and I think 8 should have been their last. When I was growing up, I wanted them to go on for 20 seasons, don't get me wrong. But season 9 and 10 definitely jumped the ship. Like, I don't know, the storylines just got really weird. I felt like Phoebe's wedding was really weird. I'm on the fence about this, but, and I should have put in a warning. This is only for diehard Friends fans. Go away if you don't like Friends this much, because you will not enjoy this video. I wish that they kind of would have made the Joey Chandler friendship feel like a relationship, in a sense, like it did for the first half of the show. And then when Chandler and Monica start up, it just kind of lost something. Like, we already had the Ross Rachel thing to follow, and Jesus, like sometimes it felt like that's all they had. But I don't think they needed the Monica Chandler one. Don't get me wrong, I think they were adorable together, and I love their relationship, and it showed a more true side. Like, when Monica, there's an episode when she walks in, I think it's the one where Chandler takes baths. Oh my god, that one's so funny. But when she walks in and she just high fives him, Like, there's no reason for it. It's just a connection, a bond that a couple has. I loved and appreciated that, and I think Marta Kaufman and like David Crane, I think they paid attention to stuff like that, and I really appreciate that. But it's really interesting seeing like the kind of unrealistic sides of Friends, being kind of that age group now and being like, oh my god, you could never afford to do or have that. You could never. Uh, I mean, it's even hard to have a group of six friends who hang out daily. Like, I've rarely run into it. I've never had it. My friends always hate each other. Like, I don't know what that means or says about me, but my friends never get along. And when they do, it's never a group. It's like two of them can get along. But I've known some people who have that group of six friends. I'm so jealous. Oh, I'm so jealous. But I'm just thinking of some of my favorite episodes. Okay, there's one. I don't know if the whole episode is great. It starts off with Phoebe kind of in the middle of a Ross Rachel fight over baby names. I think it's season 9, I want to say. Um, but it starts with them fighting over baby names, and then Phoebe says, okay, you each get 5 vetoes. And so they're saying these names, and it's hilarious. And Rachel's facial expressions, she's so funny. God, Jennifer Aniston. But they're saying them, and then they're saying veto, and then all of a sudden Phoebe's like, is anybody starting to love veto? Like, that is one of the best scenes written in Friends, in my opinion. If there was a top 10, ooh, I should have made a top 10 scenes list. Man, that would be a good one. I know another one that would be up there for me. Oh my god, I forget his name. He was big in the 90s, but he plays the food critic, and then he also comes back in like season 9 and goes on a date with Rachel. Super weird. I don't even know if he's the same character. That I'm gonna look into that when I rewatch. But when he's the food critic for Monica and he comes in and he's stoned, oh my god, that's one of the best scenes. My friends in college and I used to sit and quote that the whole time, and we would always be stoned and just repeat that scene where he's like, tartlets, tartlets, tartlets. The words lost all meaning. Like, the best. That man. Oh god, I really regret not knowing his name. I just kind of wanted to make a video about the nostalgia that is this amazing show. And I always thought it'd be kind of cool if somebody wrote like a spin-off show about the Friends kids. So like, you name it. I don't know. But it would be with like Phoebe's triplets, like the 3 kids she had for her brother. Fucked. And then it could be Ross and Rachel's daughter, and then it could be Monica and Chandler's 2 kids. And how cute would that be? It's six kids, and you know you could have like the Ross Rachel daughter and the I don't know, like the who had a son. Monica and Chandler had a son, right? Or like Phoebe said, oh my god, Ross has another son. How cute would that be? You could have Ross's first son fall in love with Ross and Rachel's daughter. Oh, that's incestual. Never mind, that's not such a good one. Okay, you could work with it, but it'd be fun. Anyway, oh my god, I gotta get going. Okay, so, let me know what you thought of the show Friends. Let me know if you loved it as much as I did. If you're a huge fanatic and can still watch every episode from beginning to end. And let me know about scenes you love or what you would change. And honestly, another thing that I think I would have swapped around, that finale, it was really touching how they all put their apartment keys down. But I think instead of having them move out of the apartment, I would have kept them there. And the thing I would have changed is I would have had them all end in the coffee shop, which I know they did, but I would have had a scene in the coffee shop. And it would have been their whole conversation they had in the very first episode, where they talk about lesbians and Rachel runs in the wet rain in a wedding dress. They could have incorporated. I think having something with the topic going back to, hey, these are the guys you know and love, wish them well, not much is changing, go enjoy your life and your friends, and these are ours. I think that would have been a really cool ending for Friends rather than the campy, the delivery and the babies born. I thought that crude joke about getting kicked in the balls and having a baby, that was stupid. Like, I was a little disappointed in the finale. Don't throw tomatoes at me, just my opinions. You probably don't even care that much, honestly. Okay, leave comments below if you'd like, and I will chat with you tomorrow. Oh my god, Jon Lovitz!